Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. And this is how a country commits self-destruction, and that is Sweden, at the orders of interests foreign to Sweden. But unfortunately, that's how it works in democracies. If some people pay enough money for a candidate, there's gonna be visible and possibly is gonna be elected. And obviously, if you have the mass media in your pocket, the same thing, it helps a lot. So in Sweden, they are very busy now to train Ukrainians, or at least their military is training to fight the Russians. And they don't train to fight an imaginary foe, enemy, but Russia itself. This is how imbecilic they are, and I will say why. Okay, you're gonna fight Russia. This is the order given from far away. These guys obey. Sweden, the composition of Sweden, the ethnic composition of Sweden changes. That means the Swedes will not be Swedes, will be the new Swedes. And the new Swedes are kind of very fond of the Russians. So if the Russians wait a few years, the Swedes and the other guys will be the majority. Therefore, Sweden will be conquered by Russia without a fire shot. Why? Because the population in a democracy will vote according to their will. So let me show you here. I'm going to show you the article that I will discuss. Then I have show you some demographics, very important. I will show you some countries, some numbers, percentages, graphs. Let's start with the article. Coming from the New Voice of Ukraine. Sweden's military uses Russia as its foe in training, not some quote-unquote fictional country. Good job. When these guys are going to take over, then Sweden will not train for Russia as a foe, but United States and the European Union as a foe. You will see why. Well, I suspect demographics will have to play a big role. So these guys are focused on Russia instead of their own garbage that is gonna fuck them up. You'll see. Misguided? Misled? Who is in charge of all this? What group specifically? I can give you the name. Yeah, that group. I can't. Too much freedom. I'm quoting, we used to conduct military exercises using some imaginary situations against fictional countries like Bogoland or what have you. He said the situation has changed. Now the Swedish armed forces already openly discuss Russia and its capabilities and not some functional nation. Good job, good job. Now let's see. Sweden, very misleading Wikipedia page. Why? I'm going to go to demographics and right here, national minority languages. And they say Sami, which is that Nordic tribes over there. Finnish, okay? These guys are, well, it's a Finnish language. Romani, the Gypsies, and then you got Yiddish, the Jews. Nothing about the Syrians, nothing about the Indians, nothing about the Romanians, nothing about the majority. Maybe not with the Finnish because they are more, but anyway, they're part of whatever. You'll see. Next, demographics in Sweden. And we have demographics here, and it's fantastic. And again, they tell us that the demography in Sweden is monitored by PAPAPA. Sweden's population was 10,555,000, making it the 15th most populous country in Europe, after Czech Republic. Okay, and it says here, the total fertility rate, you gotta remember this, was rated at 1.66 in 2020, which is far below the replacement rate of 2.1. We can't talk about the replacement theory because it's not. So these guys are not fucking enough. Or maybe they are, but they are aborting enough. Or maybe the life in Sweden is too hard that you can't afford raising kids. Thinking ahead. But you know how that's going to be saved? Immigration. All right, let's move on. Right here. The population exceeded 10 million for the first time on Friday, 20th January 2017. The three largest cities are Stockholm, Göteborg, and Malmö. Sweden's population has become much more ethnically, religiously, and linguistically diverse. Is that what these guys say here? Romanian Yiddish? Nah, niet. So, as a result of immigration, every fourth, 24.9% resident in the country has a foreign background. So, 24. Every third, 33%, 32.3% has at least one parent born abroad. So Sweden won't be Sweden anymore. The most common foreigner's ancestry is Finnish. Ancestry. Ancestry is like, let's say after 5 generations, your ancestry. Foreign born. Let's move to see this beautiful thing, another article. I'm gloating. You know why I'm gloating? Because you fuck yourselves. That's why. And these guys are taking you by the nose like a garbage. And you fight Russia. I think Sweden has bigger fish to fry within its fucking borders. Demographics of Sweden, Wikipedia. And here's it. 1.33 million foreigners. Right here in 2010. 1.33 million foreigners, corresponding to 14.3% of the total population. All right? Of these, 859,000, 64% were born outside. All right, let's go to the last one, which is from Statista. I like these guys. Why? I like numbers. I like statistics. Right? Foreign-born population in Sweden in 2023 by country of birth. All right, this is in thousands, okay? This is in thousands. Numbers of inhabitants. This is in thousands? No, this is, that's 197,202. So the first country is Syria. Syria, as you know, is helped by whom? By Russia. These are immigrants running from Assad, right? Or refugees. What are they? The Syrians. Where is the Yiddish? Where is the Yiddish thing? Romanian Yiddish? Where is it? I think these guys are a little bit more numerous. Then the next one is Iraq. How did these guys get here? Due to some wars. Who started those wars? Oh, crazy people. Then the next one is Finland, and then Poland, and then Iran, and then Somalia, and then Afghanistan, and then Yugoslavia, and then Bosnia-Herzegovina, India, Turkey, Eritrea, Thailand, Norway, China, Denmark, Romania, United Kingdom, Lebanon. So good prospects, my friends. So you train for the Russians, and in the meantime, the group fucks your composition. I know it doesn't matter, but the group doesn't like when you fuck their composition. Diversity is our strength, but that's not their strength somehow. You're fooled. You're fooled. So who are in charge? Who are in charge of your country? Some people who promote these kind of things? I don't want in my family, someone from, I want my family to be my family. Oh, it's not like that? Okay, my bad then. Then in your family, I hope everybody else who wants to come in your family should go in your family, regardless. And your daughter, your sister, if you're okay with that, that's great, right? It would happen anyway, right? Because we're all the same. We bleed blood, all of us. We're the same. But somehow, when they have some forensics in a crime and they find a body, a skeleton, they could figure out that socially assigned, gender and made there, say, start with an R, just by the bones. It's okay. It's fine. That's fine. We're all the same. Imagine all the people living in garbage. All right. So, yeah, my friends, you are just misguided. You think it's just a coincidence? It's not a coincidence. And you need guys to take care of your population because somehow you can't raise kids. You can't make kids. Why? Because the guys in charge of you provide such a good environment that people with something, I'm not going to make 1,000 kids. I'm going to make one kid. Why? I can't afford. I can't afford having this kid, give the kid, or maybe I buy a few dogs. And I don't make the kid. Which one is it? So I make a kid, and then the kid, I will make sure that I can put all the resources and could succeed in the future and all that. It's not going to be a fucking loser or something. But the other one, hey baby, woohoo, let's have 10 kids. God knows, the other guy's going to pay for my kids through the government. Right, Sweden? I know that. I know that. So the hardworking people who make one kid or none will pay from the taxes for the programs for these guys who are going to, we can't use that word, but they use it over there, replacing rate of 2.1, and you got 1.66. Bye-bye, Sweden. Why do I want that? Why would the Swedes want that? Because that's the right thing to do. Are you a xeno? What are you? Are you a hater? These things are just meant to disarm you morally, coming from some very evil entity. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.